Hello friends, welcome to a new happy learning video. Look at these images. Witches, monsters, ghosts, living dead. Yes, it thrived. Halloween! And laughs, and scares, and candy! But do you know what Halloween's origins are? Do you know why we use pumpkins so often? Today, we're going to get to know lots of things that you didn't know about the Night of the Living Dead. There are many theories about Halloween's origins. But the most spreaded one said that this party started thousands of years ago in Ireland, where the Celts celebrated the end of harvesting and the start of autumn. Over time, it was celebrated on the 31st of October, which is when they believed spirits from the dead came back to life. Because this was very scary, everyone would dress up as a ghost or zombie, so spirits wouldn't recognize them and wouldn't attack them. Also, so they wouldn't get upset, sweets and candy were left at doorsteps for them. Because there was no electric light, pumpkins were used as lanterns. Pumpkins were carved and emptied to be filled with candles and red-hot coal to guide the spirits with their light. But there are people who also believe pumpkins were placed on doorsteps with face shapes to scare off these spirits. Now, we've got to know things we didn't know about Halloween. So everyone, let's dress up!
Great! You've completed the video. Now continue the route with the reading card, the video game, and the activity.
It looks like Halloween is coming and... Ooh, how scary! So today, we're going to learn about something pretty horrifying. The 5 most famous monsters in the world! At number 5, we have Dracula. Dracula is a very elegant vampire who lives in a castle. He loves to drink tomato juice, but it's actually blood. But don't be scared. It's just a scary story. He's so old that his teeth aren't even sharp anymore. In the number 4 spot, there's the mummy. A mummy is wrapped in bandages, just like when we have a broken arm. Although she has been wearing them for much longer than anyone else. She lives hidden in a pyramid and only wakes up when someone disturbs her. Shh! Careful! Don't wake her up! The monster in number 3 spot is the werewolf. On the night of the full moon, he turns into a huge, howling wolf. Although he's a regular guy by day, when night falls and the moon is full, he turns into a wild wolf. In the 2nd place in the ranking, there's Casper the Ghost. Ghosts are like flying sheets, but they're not really sheets. They cause mischief because they can go through walls and scare us. Although They're usually friendly. What a fright! I didn't expect that. And finally, the best known and most famous monster, Frankenstein. Frankenstein is like a puzzle of different pieces. And do you know where he came from? A mad scientist made him out of parts of other monsters. But don't worry, he really is a good boy. And these have been the 5 most famous monsters. Remember that these monsters only exist in stories, and they shouldn't scare us unless it's Halloween.
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.
Today, we're going to learn about the 3 most dangerous carnivore animals. The 3 most feared animals. Presenting the lion, the shark, and the crocodile. The lion.
The lion is the second largest feline in the world after the tiger. They can measure almost 2.5 meters in length and can weigh 250 kilos. That's 250 kilograms of sheer strength and agility. Wow! They have excellent sight and can see 6 times better than humans can at nighttime. They also have great hearing and are able to hear the noise made by small mammals such as this meerkat moving. They also have powerful teeth and dangerously sharp claws. They live in Africa as well as northeast India and tend to live in prides, which are like families and are usually made up of 15 females, 1 to 3 males, and many cubs younger than 3 years old. The lionesses are very family-orientated as they have always been living in the same pride with their grannies, mothers, daughters, cousins, and sisters. A wild lion tends to live between 10 to 14 years, but in captivity, meaning in zoos, a lion even lived to see his 25th birthday. Lions are actually very lethargic animals and spend their days sleeping or resting, and at nighttime they become more active and go out to hunt. But not a great deal, because out of the 24 hours in a day, they spend 20 hours resting. Normally it is the female which hunts, and they prey on zebras, antelopes, and buffalo. But sometimes they even try to catch an elephant. Even though the lionesses do most of the hunting, the males get to eat first. And that's a bit cheeky, don't you think? It is very easy to identify the differences between a male lion and a female, as the male has a big mane and is larger in size. The female gives birth to 2 to 4 cubs, and their gestation period is around 100 days. During the first 3 months, the cubs feed on their mother's milk, as they are mammals, and as soon as they grow all their teeth, they start eating meat. Though they seem to be like freeloaders, male lions have a very important task, as they are in charge of protecting the pride and their territory. Their roar is so powerful that it can be heard over 8 kilometers away. And they use it to let all the pride's members know if there is danger about, as well as showing their enemy their power. Even though they're not an endangered species, lions are being more and more threatened. Their number has decreased tremendously due to poaching and illnesses caused by contaminated water and air pollution. So as always, on behalf of Happy Learning, we ask you, please to look after nature. It is our home, as well as all living things. Don't pollute the rivers nor seas. Don't contaminate the forests, and recycle everything you can. If we all together take care of nature, both lions and all the planet's inhabitants will be a lot happier. The shark. First of all, what we must know about sharks is that they are fish, and like all fish, they have gills which allow them to breathe underwater. The fish's body is covered by scales, and in the case of the shark, the scales are so hard and rough that a long time ago the shark's skin was used as sandpaper. There are many different types of sharks, almost 400. Some measuring just 15 centimeters, which is as small as a mobile phone, and some, such as the whale shark, reaches up to 14 meters, which is a lot longer than many of the large tracks you can see on the road. There are very odd-looking sharks also, such as the hammerhead shark. Sharks are carnivores and are characterized for their excellent hunting skills. When hunting, they use their fantastic sense of smell, as well as their strong jaws full of sharp pointed teeth. A shark's teeth used so frequently that they tend to fall out easily, but it is not a problem as they grow back again. During a shark's lifetime, they could even have up to 30,000 teeth. That's a lot of teeth. Another interesting and curious fact about sharks is that they can go up to 6 weeks without eating. That's a month and a half. It is for that reason that they get really hungry. Sharks are cartilaginous fish, meaning their skeleton is made of cartilage instead of bone. The most famous sharks of all is without a doubt the great white shark. The great white live in warm waters and can weigh between 700 and 100 kilos. Their body is so big and robust. They look a little bit scary, don't you think? Did you know that sharks are in great danger of being extinct? There are many different types of sharks which are about to disappear, and it is causing the whole ocean to be at risk. The oceans and seas are healthy, and they need to have enough sharks to ensure the balance between the various different species. But without this balance, we have no idea what could happen, but nothing good, I'm sure. It is for this reason it is so important to take care of them. We should not throw rubbish and plastic into the sea, and we must always defend nature by picking up whatever object could harm them. Because if we defend nature, we are also defending life and all living creatures in it, including us humans.
The crocodile.
As we all know, crocodiles are reptiles, and like all reptiles, their body is covered by scales. Thick, hard scales which protects the animal, serving it as an armor. Crocodiles appeared on Earth 200 million years ago, meaning that they lived with the dinosaurs. Isn't it incredible? Crocodiles are oviparous. Look at these little guys who have just hatched from their eggs. They have very strong muscles on their tail, and they use them to move in the water. On land, on the other hand, they are not so fast, walking rather slowly on their 4 feet. The crocodile's lungs are very large. They can hold their breath up to 6 hours under the water. Aren't they fantastic divers? Crocodiles can regulate their body temperature depending on how hot or cold it is. It is for this reason that they love to sunbathe by the river's edge. They are also carnivorous creatures. When they are young, they eat crabs, frogs, insects, and other small animals.
But as they grow older, they can eat fish and large mammals, or even a lost and confused animal, like this poor rodent. Oh, phew! He just managed to escape. Crocodiles hunt by closing in very silently under the water so as not to alert their prey, until all of a sudden, smack! They leap out of the water at top speed and grab their victim with their powerful jaws. Do you know how many teeth crocodiles have? They have almost 80 sharp teeth. But because they use them so much, some fall out. But that isn't a problem, because they soon grow back again. So they can have up to 3,000 teeth during their lifetime. Look, watch how they hunt. Crocodiles live up to 80 years, but many don't reach that age. Yes, crocodiles are indeed a threat for us human beings, but human beings are a much larger threat for crocodiles. They use their skin to make wallets, shoes, belts, bags, and many more things. And crocodile meat is a specialty in a lot of countries. They have completely disappeared in a lot of places, and in others, sadly, they're about to vanish, too, as they are in danger of being extinct. And we must not allow that. Even though they are a little bit scary for us, we cannot permit that crocodiles, nor any other animal, disappears from their habitat. They're extremely important, vital for nature's balance. So, on behalf of Happy Learning, as always, we ask you to look after our environment, as well as all living creatures, since all, no matter how dangerous or insignificant they may seem, are crucial for life's balance, for nature.
Great! You've completed the video. Now continue the route with the reading card, the video game, and the activity.
Did you know that the spiders are one of the animals that most people are scared of? There are millions of people who have arachnophobia, meaning that when they see a spider, they run away screaming. The majority of these arachnids, of 8 legs, have 6 or 8 eyes, and yet they have poor sight. Did you know that the silk that comes out of the spider's abdomen is much more resistant than steel wire of the same thickness? Well, it is, and it's a lot more elastic. Some say that if you were to use a spider's web with a thickness of a pencil, it could stop a plane in flight. That's incredible! Humans can use the spider's web for many different things, such as bulletproof jackets, threads of suture for stitching wounds, clothes, violin strings, or ropes used to hold a lot of weight, such as the one used by this mountaineer. Did you know that spiders use their webs to hunt as well as to travel? The spider's web is very sticky, and when an insect lands on it, it gets stuck and can't escape. And the spider then makes the most of it to eat it up. They also use their web to make cocoons for their eggs, and some to glide from one place to another with the help of the wind, just like Spider-Man. The truth is, spiders and the webs they make with their silk are one of the most fascinating facts we can learn from our nature. Don't you think?
Search us and subscribe to Happy Learning's YouTube channel.